You think avoiding drama makes you weak. You think staying quiet means you don't care. You think walking away means you've lost. But here's the truth most people never realize. Avoiding drama isn't avoidance, it's mastery. Because drama feeds on attention. And the moment you stop giving it yours, it starves. Smart people don't avoid drama because they're afraid of conflict. They avoid it because they've learned the cost of reacting. Your peace, your energy, your clarity. So let's break down the real psychology behind how intelligent people navigate chaos without being pulled into it. By the end of this video, you'll stop seeing calmness as passivity and start seeing it as power. Drama is emotional addiction. It releases cortisol and adrenaline, the same chemicals that fire during danger. That's why some people seem to need chaos. Their nervous system has learned to confuse peace with boredom. Smart people recognize this pattern. They've learned that not every problem is theirs to fix, and not every emotional storm deserves a response. When someone tries to drag them into chaos, they pause. Because reacting means matching someone else's frequency. And when you match their frequency, you lose control of your own. Silence is strategy, not surrender. Most people speak to be heard. Smart people wait to understand. They know the first one to react usually loses power. That's why silence makes impulsive people uncomfortable. It exposes how loud their own emotions really are. In psychology, this is called response inhibition, the ability to pause before reacting. It's not that they don't feel anger or frustration. It's that they've learned to manage emotion before emotion manages them. Here's what sets smart people apart. They don't take behavior personally. When someone tries to provoke them, they don't ask, "Why me?" They ask, "What pattern is this?" Because every dramatic person runs a script. They've seen it before. The guilt trip, the victim story, the blame game. Instead of reacting, they step back and watch. Detachment isn't indifference. It's emotional intelligence in motion. They study the storm without getting wet. Drama dies in silence. It thrives on energy, your confusion, your defense, your explanation. When you don't give it any, it collapses under its own weight. That's why smart people don't try to win emotional arguments. They let others overexpose themselves. Because while the dramatic person is performing, the intelligent one is observing, calm, grounded, and in control. This is not arrogance. It's self-regulation disguised as peace. Boundaries are quiet power. They don't shout. They don't justify. They simply draw the line. Smart people know they can't control others, but they can always control access. They protect their space like their sanity depends on it, because it does. They don't engage in endless clarifications or explanations. They don't try to make toxic people understand. They simply say less and walk away sooner. Their peace is the proof that the boundary worked. What looks like calm is actually clarity. Smart people have learned to emotionally zoom out, to see the situation from above before deciding whether it's worth reacting to. This is called metacognition, thinking about your thoughts. It's how you stay composed when everyone else is triggered. They don't suppress emotions. They process them privately, then respond publicly. That's how they remain unpredictable in a world that feeds on reactions. Drama is an invitation, one you can decline. When someone tries to bait you into conflict, the smart person simply doesn't RSVP. They change the subject. They redirect the energy. Or they stay quiet long enough for the other person to hear their own echo. They've learned the difference between solving problems and absorbing them. And once you master that difference, peace stops feeling optional. It becomes your baseline. When smart people finally speak, everyone listens. Because they don't waste words on reactions. They save them for truth. Their tone is calm. Their timing intentional. They say less, but what they say hits harder. That's the paradox of emotional intelligence. The quieter you become, the more powerful your presence feels. Strength isn't winning arguments or proving points. It's staying unshaken in the middle of chaos. Smart people have mastered the art of not needing to be right. They'd rather be at peace than be praised. Because here's the real truth, drama is noise. Peace is power. And the smartest person in the room is the one who doesn't need to prove it. So the next time someone tries to pull you into drama, remember, They're inviting you into their storm because they can't handle your calm. Don't take the invitation. Tell me in the comments, which part of this resonated with you the most? Because once you understand this level of control, you'll never waste your peace again.